elastic connective tissue. Here you can see this is the tissue which is basically composed of fibers, the elastic fibers and the collagen fibers. Alright, and it is a very vascular structure. Now appreciate the lips. When you observe in your body, they have two surfaces. One is the external surface which is there towards the outer aspect, which is covering the chin, which merges with the skin of the chin. Right? What type of skin is that? It is the hairy skin. You see hair follicles, it sweats there, so you have sweat glands and the sebaceous glands also. So here you can see this is that area of the external surface of the lip, which consists of the hairy skin. Right? And then you have on the opposite side the internal surface of the lip, which merges with the oral cavity. So it is covered by mucosa. Alright. Here you see. So this is the internal surface of the lip, which is there present on the inner aspect of the oral cavity, and then it is lined by mucosa. It is smooth. Right? It is smooth. It doesn't have any hair follicles. So here you can see. Can you see the epithelium? See, smooth here. It doesn't have any hair follicles like the previous slide we saw. And then it has a free margin. Right? The free margin, which is reddish in color. Alright. So that is known as the free portion or the red part of the lip. So this is the free portion of the lip, which you appreciate from outside, which is little pinkish or red in color. And here you can see this is the junction between the hairy portion and the red part or the red free part of the lip. So here you can see below this area, you can see this is the hairy skin, and here you can see this is the red free portion of the lips. Alright. So here let's come from outside to inside. So the layers, what you see here is a low power view of this slide. You can see the pointer is placed on the epithelium. Alright. So this is the epithelial lining here. So what type of epithelium is this? What would it be? This stratified squamous keratinized variety of epithelium. Alright. So the epithelial lining, what you see here is stratified squamous keratinized variety of epithelium. And below the epithelium, so this is the epidermis of the skin, because you see the hair follicles. You can see cut sections of the hair follicles here. Can you see here? That's the hair. The black thing in the center is the hair, which is surrounded by the follicle. Alright. So this is the hair, cut section of the hair follicle. Again you can see this is the hair. Alright. And you can see some hairs which are sticking out of the epithelium there. Alright. So again, these are the hair follicles. Alright. So this portion what you saw, this is the epidermis. What is the layer below the epidermis? That is the dermis. Right. So this layer what you see here, this is the dermal portion. This is the dermis which is placed below the epidermis. So it consists of lots of connective tissue. Right. It consists of lot of connective tissue, and embedded within this connective tissue it will have lots of blood vessels. Right. It will have lots of blood vessels. You will see cut sections of arterioles and veins. And along with that, you will see sebaceous glands, right? So sebaceous glands which will lubricate this hair follicles which are there. You will also see ducts of the sweat glands. So here you can see a group of sebaceous glands. We will put it in high power and view that, alright? And you are located in the dermis. Can you see a large blood vessel? Can you see this? This is the outer portion of that. It's a large blood vessel. What do you think is this? This consists of a large, what do you think? It's an artery or a vein? It looks like an artery. It has a patent lumen. Alright. So this is the dermis and this is the epidermis. Now let's see the epidermis under high power. So here you can see, what is this, the pointer pointing at? Stratified squamous keratinized epithelium. When I say, what are these layers of? These are the layers of keratin. Alright? These are the layers of keratin, what you see, and deep to that, here you can see the rest of the layers of the stratified squamous keratinized epithelial lining. Alright, so this is the epithelium here, and here you can see that is the keratin. What is the function of keratin? What is the function of keratin? Why should keratin, usually keratin is present in which areas? Areas which are exposed to wear and tear, alright. So these are the rest of the layers of the epithelium, and now from the epidermis we move on down to the dermis, alright. Now here you can see a lot of collagen fibers in the dermis. You can see a small arteriole there. As we move down it will be more and more vascular. So you can see that small arteriole there. Okay, and here you can see this is a cut section of the hair follicle. In the center you can see this is the hair, and it is surrounded by the cells of the follicle. Alright, again you can see this is a cross section of the hair follicle. Alright, now supporting the hair follicle is the muscle. Alright, can you tell me what is this muscle which will be attached to the follicle? The erector pylorus muscle. Let's look for the muscle there. What type of muscle is this muscle? Smooth muscle or skeletal muscle? It's a smooth muscle. Again here you can see that's the cut section of the hair follicle, and here you can see this is a collection of the sebaceous gland. Alright, so this is the sebaceous gland. It is closely attached to the hair follicle. What happens? The muscle will compress the sebaceous gland against the hair follicle so that the secretions of the sebaceous gland lubricate the hair follicle. Alright, so these are the sebaceous glands. Here you can see a group of sebaceous glands. This is again here, sorry, that's the sebaceous gland. You can see the nucleus, and the cytoplasm appears pale. It has not taken up the stain, right? Why? Because it is lipid in nature. The sebum is lipid in nature, so that's why the cytoplasm appears clear. And these are the ducts of the sweat glands, right? These are the ducts of the sweat glands. Group of sweat glands. See, this is a beautiful collection of the sebaceous gland here, right? So nicely seen. You can see the nucleus, but the cytoplasm appears foamy and pale. And here you can see lot of collagen fibers in the dermis. These fibers, what you see, these are the collagen fibers along with some wavy elastic fibers. So this is the dermis, alright. And in the dermis you will see cut sections of hair follicles, sebaceous glands, ducts of the sweat glands. Where will the ducts of these sweat glands and sebaceous glands open out? Where will they open out? Inside or outside? On the outer surface, because you sweat from the outer surface, not from the mucosal surface. So the ducts will be, as you see cut section, some side cut sections of the ducts will be there moving out towards the epidermis, because they pour their secretions on the outer external surface. Again, this is a sebaceous gland here. Here you can see a few smooth muscle fibers here. These will be the fibers of the erector pylorus muscle. Here you can see these are the fibers of the erector pylorus muscle. Okay. Again, you can see here, this is the hair follicle, and this muscle just placed adjacent to the follicle, that is the erector pylorus muscle, and you can appreciate the nucleus muscle there. Here on top as I go. Here you can see that's the nucleus. Again here you can see a group of muscle fibers. Look at the nucleus, the spindle shape, oval nucleus, the spindle shaped fiber of the smooth muscle. Okay, so this is the erecta pylorium muscle. And these are all the structures which are seen in the dermis. Alright. Again the cross section of the hair follicles.